The Miami Dolphins are heading into one of their most challenging games of the season, facing a Houston Texans defense that boasts the most dangerous sack tandem in the league. This couldn't come at a worse time for Miami, as their offensive tackle situation is looking more uncertain by the day. Injuries are piling up, and the Dolphins are scrambling to figure out how to protect their quarterback against one of the NFL's fiercest pass rushes. Terron Armstead, the anchor of the offensive line and a four-time Pro Bowler, remains a major question mark. He's been battling a nagging knee injury all season, and after only 5 snaps against the Jets last Sunday, he was forced to leave the game. Now, his availability for this week is up in the air. As if that weren't enough, Kendall Lamb, who has stepped in admirably as the starting right tackle, hasn't practiced at all this week due to a back injury. 2 straight days of absence from practice rarely signal good news, and the Dolphins are preparing for the possibility of being without both of their starting tackles. If Armstead can't suit up, rookie Patrick Paul is expected to step in once again. Paul, a second-round pick, has shown some promise in limited action this season. He started in Week 4 against Tennessee and filled in for Armstead last week, but this is no small task for a rookie. Protecting Tua Tagovailoa against the Texans' elite pass rush is a daunting challenge for even the most seasoned linemen. And if Lamb is also unavailable, the Dolphins' depth at tackle becomes a glaring concern. Jackson Carman, a recent addition to the active roster, might be called into action. However, Carman hasn't played much since entering the league in 2021 as a second-round pick. Most of his experience has been at guard, not tackle, so the Dolphins are essentially looking at an untested option in one of the most critical positions on the field. Beyond Carman, the team's options are even slimmer. There's Ryan Hayes, a 7th-round rookie still on the practice squad, and Baron Matos, a developmental player who isn't likely ready for NFL action. Isaiah Wynn could theoretically shift to tackle, but he's been primarily playing guard, and moving him at this stage could create more issues than it solves. The timing couldn't be worse. Houston's Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson have been a nightmare for opposing offenses all season, combining for 20 sacks, the most of any duo in the league. They bring speed, power, and an unrelenting motor that has left quarterbacks under constant siege. The Dolphins' offensive line performed admirably against the Jets last week, with the gamebook not recording a single quarterback hit. But expecting that level of protection against the Texans feels overly optimistic. Hunter and Anderson are disruptive forces who won't hesitate to exploit even the smallest weaknesses. They can collapse the pocket in an instant, and if Miami's offensive line isn't up to the task, it could spell trouble for the entire offense. Tua Tagovailoa, who has been nothing short of stellar this season, thrives when he has time to operate. His quick decision-making and precision passing are his greatest strengths, but none of that matters if the Texans' pass rush gets to him before he can execute. To counter this, the Dolphins may need to lean heavily on their quick passing game. Screen passes, slants, and other fast-developing plays could help neutralize the Texans' pressure. But even that strategy requires a baseline level of protection. If the line collapses too quickly, there won't be time for Tua to even get those short throws off. Miami will also need contributions from other positions to help mitigate the pressure. Tight ends and running backs might be asked to stay in and block more often, which could limit the offense's ability to stretch the field. It's a delicate balancing act, and the coaching staff will need to be at their best to navigate it. This game feels like a defining moment for the Dolphins. They've shown they can compete with the best when everything is clicking, but adversity is part of the NFL, and how they handle this challenge will reveal a lot about their character as a team. A win here would be a massive statement, solidifying their position as a top contender and proving they can overcome significant obstacles. A loss, on the other hand, would raise serious questions about their depth and readiness for the postseason. The pressure is enormous, but that's what makes this game so compelling. The Dolphins are a team with high expectations, and these are the moments that define seasons. Can the offensive line rise to the occasion? Can Tua continue to shine under pressure? Can the coaching staff outsmart one of the league's most dangerous defenses? These questions loom large as the Dolphins prepare to step onto the field. the stakes are sky high. This isn't just about one game, it's about building momentum and confidence as the season progresses. For Miami, this is a chance to show they belong among the NFL's elite. Injuries might complicate things, but excuses won't matter once the game begins. It's about execution, resilience, and finding a way to win, no matter the circumstances.